husband can't understand how we went from paying $300 a month to $150 a month for car insurance.
Time from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. Thank you all for tuning in for another special show with my dog, C White, in the building. What's going on, C?
What's up with it, big dog?
Bro, see you shining out there. I see you got all of the...
Yeah. You nigga gotta look like money. If you're getting some money. Amongst niggas now, if you can live among white people, you can look, normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, amongst niggas, you gotta, it attracts more money at a certain level.
See, you moving around in a rare space right now. You doing things that, most people could only dream of. Like, you moving around with all of the streamers, you moving with the interviewers, you well known in the streets.
It's two different entities and markets that I've been able to tap into from going viral on social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's the streaming world and then the boxing world. Everybody been wanting to see me get my ass kicked, hit in the mouth. So what more better way to present that opportunity than to join one of the biggest streamers in the world, which is Adin Ross, his new boxing platform, which is Brand Rich Promotion. So Brand Rich Promotion is the future. It's our kids UFC.
Yeah.
It's our kids them different boxing weights that Mayweather and them got. So Adin is the seed of that now, right?
Yep.
So they have other platforms, but it's not as popular, and it doesn't draw as much attention. So what most people don't realize is, homie, my fight alone with the Island Boys, numbers was up there with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Yeah.
So you hadn't seen no rapper get in the ring and fight.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new platform that goes along with streaming. That creates another revenue for our youth and our people, especially if you're an influencer and have a following. So you can go from being a YouTube influencer to now streaming. So you stream over here on YouTube on Kick.
Yep.
Kick pays you for your audience engagements, and you take what you do on Kick, what you stream live every day, you clip that, bring it to YouTube, already edited, already ready to be monetized.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So so I done tapped into a whole new market. So because I jumped into this new celebrity boxing world, which has surpassed UFC and professional boxing,
yep.
Because nobody's making more money than Jake Paul.
Yep.
Nobody's making even so nigga, I done jumped over here with them.
Yeah.
So and it's the streamers, right? So by me doing that, I was able to tap into the professional boxing. So right after that, I immediately got invited to Pacquiao's fight. Shout out to the GOATs. Mr. Sam West and Al Heyman them, homie. So now you done got other people's attention. Because now you done tapped into a whole nother arena. So
it seemed like the whole, because they doing something that is really transformational.
Just imagine that me and Boosie get in there. Me and T. So homie, at one point in time, one of those Audi people offered me and T.I. $1 million to fight.
Yeah.
He don't need $1 million, but I could have used it. But yeah, nigga, so me and Boosie done really been on the phone, and they done offered me and Boosie some money, and homie, so they tired of regular boxing.
Yeah.
They would rather see somebody like me with a big mouth, somebody that's been talking Kwame Brown online, been talking to fight Shaq. They would love to see that, homie.
Yeah.
They would love to see rappers settle disputes in the boxing ring rather than in the club and in the parking lot, than in the graveyard.
So I think that a lot of rappers are scared.
They are. Most of them throw punches like girls. If you had most rappers throw a baseball the first pitch, at a baseball they throw like a sissy.
Yeah.
So nah. So homie, so but because of that, I didn't want to get stuck on the internet.
Yeah.
Because there have been many viral sensations. There have been many people who have gone viral, but you can't remember the last viral sensation.
You've always said that. Like,
yeah.
From the very first interviews that I've ever done with you and all of that, you've always said, yo, I'm not about to be boxed in by nobody.
Because I started to realize that this group of Americans is dumb and stupid, like children who watch TV and believe what they see on TV is real. So there's a time in your life that everything you see on TV, there's a sentiment of it that you believe is real as a kid because you have an undeveloped brain and you don't know life in reality.
Yeah.
Well, because these people live on the internet, they think I'm what I am on the internet.
Right.
They think I'm a vulgar, disrespectful person. Homie, I done got on here and said I rape people and ain't never raped nobody.
Yeah.
I done got on here and said I kill people and ain't never killed nobody. But because they can pick and choose, they'll say, oh, he's a rapist. Well, I say I'm a killer too. Oh, but you didn't pull the trigger. But I ain't never raped nobody either. But you said it.
Yeah.
So, nigga, when I realized that, so when I started Googling my name, at one point in time, when you Google my name, the first thing that would come up was the American Bar Association Journal. It used to be the first thing when you pull my name. And then there was another one, the African American News. So this was the largest African American digital news on a newspaper that had done a write-up about me. Then you would see the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Do you know how big that is, homie? So, but after I started becoming viral on the internet, all my viral clips start superseding real documentations of what I've done in real life. So then that's when I started analyzing this shit and said, homie, they're gonna trap you on the internet. And what you do on the internet is gonna supersede what you do in real life. Because these people don't associate real life anymore. Everybody's trapped in the metaverse and not the universe.
Yeah.
Nobody is facing with reality and dealing with reality. They're dealing with the metaverse and coming, and they taking a break out of the metaverse and come look around in reality, fix something to eat, maybe wash their ass, take care of the kids, put the pacifier, and then they jump right back into the metaverse and they miss the universe. So even when they're out eating, when they driving their car, everybody's in the metaverse. That's why so many wrecks, they're not paying attention in the universe. That's why so many victims, because people are not observing but everybody's looking down at their phone, so everybody's a potential victim because they're in the metaverse. So nigga, when I got hip to that, I said, nigga, I'm finna be the Denzel Washington of the metaverse. And I fulfilled my dream.
I think you exceeded it, bro. Like, everybody kept predicting that, oh man, maybe they're gonna cancel him or somebody gonna get to you or all of this other type of stuff.
Somebody did get to me. There was a real gangster who's in this book. You actually had Tegan on here.
Yeah.
A real FBI, a guy, a white guy he's the new Donnie Brasco of today. It was one white guy who worked for a gang unit. He went inside of a neighborhood and arrested over 50-some gangster Crips by himself, playing a blood, dressed in a red uniform, and arrested all Crips by himself. He bought crack from the ones that sold 20s all the way up to the ones that sold keys.
Right.
He beat up a few of them, went undercover. He didn't have no money, and he did this with $1,500 till the FBI got on the case. Once the FBI got on the case, he was able to go full undercover and got these guys. Well, this is around the time Facebook came with the Facebook Live. So this guy was somebody we all looked up to. Guy by the name of Kevin Spencer. We all looked up to him. He was the epitome, like how Young Thug is.
Yep.
He was that in our city, the baddest nigga ever. So once he snitched on his Woody. He snitched on his Woody. He snitched on his Woody. But he told everybody, can't nobody beat me up, nigga. So I'm gonna come back to the city. I ain't going in witness protection. So Tegan wrote the book.
Yeah.
I read the book. Tegan wrote the book. So while I'm reading the book, I'm also working in the community with some of the kids that Tegan got and the mothers in this book. I meet one of the mothers, a lady by the name of Miss Nikki. Her son catch a robbery case. I help him get out of the robbery case. She tell me how Tegan helped her get out of his life, helped her son. So I'm saying, man, this white boy is really a hero.
Yeah.
He don't want the book to go to the movies because he don't want to look like a white savior. And I'm saying, why would you be, because racism, I'm saying, why would a white boy be feeling it about him? So after he arrests all these black kids father, he went to the Fort Worth Police Department and said, hey, man, while I was working undercover, I saw this in the homes. I saw it in the house. A lot of you guys have to do this. We need to come up with programs. They said, man, great job. Why you want to help these motherfuckers? You're a decorated cop. He quit working for the police department and put all his resources in this book to building a program for black kids in the same neighborhood that he arrested daddies at.
Yeah.
So nigga, now I'm working with these same kids. So this nigga attacked me because of this. But the black community is cheering him on. He was a gangster killer. All the niggas in the neighborhood scared to call him a snitch. I publicly called him a snitch. So nigga, won't nobody publicly say, man, Kevin Spencer is a snitch. All the niggas still hit his G's and his C's. Twisted Black, the famous rapper, came home, hugged him, and made a song about him snitching. But he'll beat you up if you say this. So he catch me at the barbershop. They set me up because I'm the only man in my city, the community activist, who will say, man, the kids, this is the gangster nigga, y'all, he snitched, so y'all tell too. He still get his C's, he still get his G's hit. Why y'all let these niggas tell too, nigga? That's why he attacked me in the barbershop. But you got the black community clapping. But they saying I'm wrong for snitching. So when Woody come home, they clap for Woody. Oh, Woody's so loving, but this nigga done killed a bunch of people. Just 10 years ago, the FBI said he's the most dangerous man in Atlanta. And they clapping for him. But I'm the bad guy for wanting to tell on these kind of guys.
Yeah.
So now Young Thug done come out snitching. Young Thug got a video in the interrogation room for 2 hours, having dialogue with the police about crimes and criminals, but he don't want to work with Gunna. Come on, homie, look at the hypocrisy. So nigga, God made me the sacrificial lamb. That's why I have gotten this far, because I have been attacking evil. They've been saying I've been evil, but that's why God won't let nothing happen to me, because though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. I've been speaking against evil, my nigga. So who gonna hurt if somebody speaking against evil? They preach evil. They go commit crimes and put it on songs. That's how they were able to give them. And they use the songs against them. So nigga, Boosie killed 9 people, went to trial for 5. Used a 16-year-old to kill 5 people, and this kid didn't make over $50,000. He paid $2,000 per hit. And people saying God on his side. You're a damn lie when he got a 15-year-old doing life in prison. And by the way, I helped work on that law to try to get this kid out. It's called JLY, juvenile life without parole. I went to Washington, D.C. over 4 or 5 times. We got it abolished, but you know what? They didn't make it retroactive for the boy Boosie used. So that's why this is personal to me, nigga. I ain't gotta explain that to y'all. Why he picking on Boosie? Because I fight to get Marlo Mike out, nigga. He'll die in there as a baby. Nigga was 15 years old with 9 bodies. He went to go tell because he couldn't sleep at night. Boosie sleep good at night because he didn't pull the trigger. That baby can't sleep, nigga. Why you throwing your pool party? That baby had 9 bodies, nigga, at 15 years old. And he committed them all. He had to get it out of his heart, my nigga. That's why he went to the police and told. Can't sleep at night, nigga. You done killed 9 people and you can't tell nobody about it? And you a baby? He was a baby. And y'all got more mercy for Boosie. And this nigga still rap about what he being on death row. And he tried, he was in protected custody. Ask Eric Brown, who was in Angola with him. And look, he's solid. Bit Boosie a hoe. That's why I want to get him in the boxing ring and punch on his diabetic jaw. Bitch ass nigga. He even said in the song, he a top 5. He done misled more juveniles in America than Tupac. Boosie should be sentenced to the higher end of the maximum sentencing guideline. You know why? Because he talked that street shit. Let's see if he can stand that street shit. Because his background take him to that USP he was talking about. They gonna go back when he ran away from home at 12 years old? See, I done been in federal court when they say, oh, you ran away at home at 12. At 13, I don't know what that's about. You pulled a gun out on somebody when you were 14. Oh, it was a BB gun, but that's still serious. I watched a federal judge walk a nigga from decisions he made when he was 12 to 24 and took him to 30 years, nigga. Let's see if Boosie can stand up under that, nigga. Let's see if Boosie can stand up under that. Nigga, take him to the high sentencing end of the guideline and see if this bitch don't fold. He ain't been tested. That nigga just talking. That nigga been tested. How can you give a man life, 2 life sentences, and he still go down there and make right choices? Most niggas go down there doing wrong with 2 life. They give up, nigga. How you still have hope? Let's see if Boosie that strong. That nigga strong. Niggas be talking, nigga. They don't make rap songs about niggas like him. They don't make rap because niggas like him don't rap. They don't get a chance to rap, nigga.
So maybe the culture is changing now. Maybe they're celebrating the people that's selling now, right?
I think I made telling cool. Because telling always been cool.
I think so.
If you can fight, telling really cool. Shit, if you can fight, telling cool. Don't be a nigga that can break a nigga jaw. Or have a reputation like Woody, known for shooting that pistol, and you act like you might still go back to shoot that pistol. Nigga, you can tell every time you go. Shout out to Gator. Nigga done been 3-4 times. Nigga come back still. Yeah, nigga, yeah, shout out to that nigga Gator from the north side.
What about Steven Jackson, right? He's recently brought you up and he's been speaking on you. I don't know why he's been speaking on you.
Steven's a
he's been speaking
wannabe,
on you.
man.
Yeah,
you know,
what?
He's a wannabe trying to be.
Oh,
See, you got in the black community, you got men and you got males. You got males that's adult that don't know how to be men. You got men and males. Then you got OG niggas. Then you got street niggas. Then you got juvenile delinquents. Then you got the YNs. You got square niggas. But then there's a group of niggas that I like to refer to as has-been niggas. Michael Jordan is a has-been nigga. Tiger Woods, has-been. You know, once was great, has-been. He retired, you put his jersey up. Then you got a used-to-be nigga. The used-to-be nigga is the nigga I don't like. He used to be something, and he's still trying to remind you of what he used to be, but he ain't that today. Used to be ass nigga. Talk about when he used to have money. When we used to, nigga, but you can't do it today, nigga. So shut up. Then you got a wannabe nigga. That's what Steven Jackson was. See, Steven Jackson is what I was when I was a little boy. A wannabe nigga. I grew up in the suburbs. Nigga, in the 3rd grade, I had my own room, my own phone line, and I had a bunk bed, and I had a Nerf tennis ball with the, you know, you can shoot the basketball in your room, and I had an Atari, nigga, to myself. Nigga, I was considered rich back then. So nigga, I don't know what it's like to grow up in the project, but I watched it on TV when I went over my cousin's house in the ghetto on the weekend. I got to stay Friday, Saturday, come home late Sunday. I can see all kind of shit kids in my community don't get to see because their parents is unsupervising them. So I take these negative elements back to my suburban neighborhood and I play with kids who hadn't saw this, and now I'm trying to hunch and fuck because I done seen my big cousin getting his dick sucked. So now I'm trying to see, do they suck dick over here? So they don't suck dick over here, but I'm introducing it. So nigga, that's how kids learn shit. I'm hearing music, hey, we want some. So I'm learning this here, and niggas stealing the tape and bringing it over here, and we listening to it after school. You see what I'm saying? So this is why white people didn't want their kids going to school with black kids. Hell no, don't let them niggas come across the railroad track. So I understand. So it's a reason why your parents don't want you playing with certain kind of kid, because this kid is being exposed to some shit. I wasn't being exposed over here until I went to my aunts and my cousins in my house. And I bring that shit over here. Because children are not supposed to see it, hear it, nor speak it. So nigga, I was a wannabe. So by the time the culture and by the time black entertainment and black culture started propagating this shit, homie, you gotta think. Nigga, I'm 8, 9 years old. Our mothers are blue collar workers. Our daddies are blue collar workers. Our uncles are hustlers. And we all at home waiting for them to come off work with all our necessities and needs met. And we got MTV. We got a VCR. So you gotta remember, homie, when I'm born into the world, nigga, Superfly in the Mac is like Dr. King and Malcolm X in the black entertainment world. These movies are propagated and projected. So to hear a nigga say, shut up, bitch, and see her get slapped like a woman gets slapped in the movie, that ain't unusual. Right. Bitch, you gotta shut up. So nigga in school, guess what we doing? Shut up. We remember that shit in elementary. I already backhanded the bitch in the mouth. So we learned this in elementary. Nigga, we watching, you know, nigga, I watched the Mac, the movie, nigga, probably 50 times, nigga, before I learned my math table. I can recite that shit. Nigga, and when Goldie said, nigga, I'm gonna have motherfuckers talking about me like they talking about Jesus, nigga, that was my line. And if I ain't got motherfuckers talking about me today like they talk about Jesus, nigga, I said, damn, I'm a little bitty boy. Nigga, I said, I'm a little bitty boy. So now, nigga, so then your mother is trying to counter this. She's not bringing these kind of men through your house. So I'm not seeing these kind of men within my household. When I step out on the porch, my neighbor is a Mexican who got a mom and daddy that's married. And that's my best friend, Brian Alaniz. So I can stay over Brian Alaniz's house. So I don't know racism. The next door to me is a DEA agent. They tell on me every time I try to sneak out the window. So nigga, I'm surrounded by of morals and positive values. Only time I'm seeing this bullshit is on television and when we go to Aunt B them house, or when I go with my grandmama, cause my grandmama on drugs. Homie, I didn't know what crack looked like until the DARE program came, and they bring the little vials and said and showed her what crack. I didn't know. And then nigga, I saw that my grandmama was on crack. I didn't know what that shit looked like. I was shielded as a child, as most child should be. The culture is one that took the veil off and exposed our children to the criminal elements of society. The white man did. You gotta think, this nigga made it to the NBA. What street nigga, gangster nigga, talk how he talk, made it to the NBA and fulfilled the NBA contract and retired after the NBA and don't have no prison time. So he was a wannabe that didn't get to be that's trying to be. He's the wannabe that didn't get to be that's trying to be. Nigga, so just think, I never got to be. So nigga, so by the time I get to 5th, 6th grade, I just been watching it. So by the time it was 5th going into the 6th grade, Colors came out.
Yeah.
Now it was 6th going to the 7th, Colors came out. Nigga, Colors, niggas started putting bandanas in his pocket. Niggas had first saw the Uzi machine. At first, they watching Rambo, wanted to be a military soldier, shooting the gun. They gave me Rambo at first. I had all the army men. I sit them all around the room. They didn't move. They were just still. I had all that shit. So nigga, I wanted to be a soldier at first because my granddad was in the military, my other granddad, so I wanted to be a soldier boy, police officer. Till my uncle said, nigga, you better not be no motherfucking pig, nigga. What's a pig? A punk ass cop. And boom, hit me in the chest. Nigga, I ain't police, nigga, hurt my heart, nigga. I ain't want to be no fireman, but I want to be a police because I had all the police toys my mama bought me. So nigga, the culture is shaping an innocent kid's mind because children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear.
Yeah.
So by the time I get to 6th grade, now I'm adolescent. Here come Colors. But before then, nigga, you had Penitentiary 1, Penitentiary 2, Penitentiary 3. They had a little bitty nigga named Too Sweet. They beat up all the big ugly niggas that was raping. They had a nigga named Eugene who was getting raped in prison, who had to sit down and pee like a woman. So I'm depicting this as a kid, homie. So nigga, in the 6th grade, because I got my Uncle Curtis, my mama's sister started getting on drugs, her youngest sister. So my mama would let my Aunt B come stay with her. While my mama at work, she letting her street boyfriend come over. Nigga, he telling me all the prison stories, making it sound cool. Then they taking me to the store while they go steal cigarettes, call it a cigarette. Come back home, lock me out the room, fuck, let me back in, smoke cigarette, play card. And yeah, nigga, so now they teach me how to steal. I get to hear them and yeah, give me this pussy, bitch. And hear the head boy, so nigga, I get to turn into a little freak. I'm learning some shit while my mama, but she don't know that. Boy, don't tell your mama I had a young curse over her. So nigga, they already teaching me to be deceptive because that's your family that's doing this. Yeah, nigga, so now, nigga, so by the time I get to, nigga, so, but think about this. So I fall in the washing machine at 5 years old. I break everything from my waist down. So I had to learn how to walk from 5 to 7. Soon as I learned how to walk, I put my eye out, playing with a homemade slingshot. So from 8 to 12, nigga, I had 9 eye surgeries. So I had from 8 to 12, I had 9 eye surgery before I had my eye removed. So the whole 6th grade year, I just had a patch on my eye. So I really didn't get my eye to 7th grade. So nigga, I got an insecurity. So 7th grade, I ain't no bad kid. I just got my new eye. I finally get to be a kid. Nigga, 8th grade, I catch a murder case. So these niggas want you to think I'm a street kid. And nigga, I've been in the hospital. I just got my new eye. I don't know nothing about the streets. Nigga, I've been watching television. I'm a wannabe. Trying to be. But I'm a kid, nigga. Yeah. So these niggas don't put the street codes on me as a baby. That's why I want to shame these niggas, homie. So at 14, nigga, I'll catch a murder case, nigga. All I know is to be honest, my nigga. I don't know the lie. I wasn't raised like y'all. Who did this, mama? This what we did. Nigga, I wasn't raised to go against the police. We used to run and hug the police, nigga, during their. I wasn't raised with criminal values and morals, my nigga. I learned that from as I got older listening to music. But I wasn't taught it. So I can't stand on it. See what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not the foundation of who I am and how I was raised. How you was raised and where you was raised is your foundation. You just add to it as you build the structure throughout life. But nigga, my foundation was built good and sturdy. Yeah. Yeah, so I went back to my foundation because I didn't know what I was doing in the streets, nigga. I went back to my foundation. Praying God, yeah. So I grew up in a boys' home, nigga, really studying the culture from the outside. While y'all was on the inside listening and dancing, I was on the outside seeing it how nigga throughout the years we all transform and shape to the culture. We wouldn't have never knew nothing about Moet Chandon and Master P would have never told it.
Yeah,
We
that's
never knew
true.
nothing about Versace, Giovanni Versace. Pac wouldn't have been rapping about it in the dive hats, nigga. We wouldn't know about threesomes if these niggas didn't put it in a song. We wouldn't know about Percocets. We wouldn't know about nothing if these niggas didn't speak it through a microphone to us. We see it in our daily lives, but we can't highlight it because we're in survival mode. We're in pain. We're in struggle. But when we're having fun and entertaining ourselves, the music helps us highlight all the negative attributes of our culture to grab a hold to.
Yeah.
The music highlights it for us. The white boy don't. And they say, well, it's the music labels that's putting it out. It's the niggas that's writing it out their hearts.
Yeah.
What comes out of a man's mouth is in his heart. Who write these lyrics, nigga? When these niggas Ferg get they Ferg his song, who wrote it? The record label didn't write it. So who's coming up with these words? Who's putting these phrases together? You, nigga, based on what's in your heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nigga, so I came to really attack the culture because it's imagery. It's propaganda that's using imagery, gangster imagery, nigga, to control a specific group of people in America. And we're targeted by it. So yeah, that's why these niggas hate me, nigga. I attack their gods. He's still trying to play gangster. You know, he claimed Bloods. Who put him down with the Bloods?
Oh, Steven Jackson?
Yeah, they claim Bloods. Him and Antoine, what's that, Marquise Daniels. All them niggas, man, look up their YouTube rap video. Them niggas throwing up blood. Yeah, man, came Blood. So,
He's a
nigga,
former NBA player.
man, when did he get put down? Who quartered him in? When did he go do a drive-by and kill somebody? When did he put in some work? So he mad at me because I said fuck George Floyd. But I said fuck George Floyd the day after he died. I didn't wait years later. I said fuck him after he died. When I saw George Floyd laying down on the ground and he wasn't squirming, nigga get off me, putting up no effort to fight to get a white boy off him, I ain't clapping for no punk like him. That's a sissy to me. That's a nigga, you laying there. You let that man kill you. You didn't put up no fight. But if it was somebody black, because if you look at your criminal record, George kicked in a woman's door in the middle of the night, a pregnant woman's door, put a gun to her belly and say, where the money at? So he couldn't do that to the white man when the white man was on it? Make the white man kill you, nigga. That's don't lay there. So nigga, I got a will to live, and I'm gonna fight to live. So when I seen that, I ain't had no compassion for him. Yeah. So then when I saw the whole video, I didn't like him after that. Bitch ass nigga should have went to jail. Nigga, he's sitting in the car, the man begging him to go to jail. And I'm saying, when did nigga stop wanting to go to jail? I thought the objective was not to talk to the police. White boy, take me to jail. I get to jail, call my woman, call whoever, or I lay it down. But I don't hold court in the street with the law. I already know I'm going to jail. But he trying to swallow the dope, big bad nigga. So this Jackson boy mad, cause I said F his brother. He played like he came looking for me. But nigga, ain't nobody in Texas came looking for me but that one nigga. And he found me. And it's easy to find me.
Why would he come looking for you?
He said he wanted to see me about this George Floyd situation. But he did not in Texas, and everybody know I carry a gun. The nigga who hit me in the barbershop, I got charged with 2 aggravated assaults for chasing him with my gun. He didn't just hit me and walk to the car. You know what I mean? I went and got my gun. Nigga, the police charged me for catching me on camera, running through that, looking, where you at, motherfucker? Everybody in the bathroom. Yeah, I done scared the people in the building looking for that nigga. That's the part they don't tell. So yeah, now, so now, nigga, he claimed he looking for me. Nigga, you ain't looking for me with Texas. This is stand your ground state, and you 7 feet tall, and I'm weighing 122 at the time. So, he say he looking for me, but he wasn't. My comedy show posted every week.
Yeah.
Nigga, you can buy a ticket at the front row. Nigga jumped on stage with Dave Chappelle. Try it. So he was mad about that, homie, but what he really mad about is me and him got mutual friends. Guy by the name of Damon Wilkes. They freaked together. Damon Wilkes was married. Me and Damon Wilkes was working with Hype together. Hype Youth Outreach. He was a part of my organization. I was giving him an extension of my youth organization where I used to go to Port Arthur and work with the kids in the school at the high school Steven Jackson went to. Well, rather than Steven Jackson helping him fund him, I think at the time he was wanting to break away from Hype and create a program that was called I Found Me, because he spent 22 years in prison for a murder he committed.
The guy that you're
Damon
talking
Wilkes,
about right now?
our mutual friend Damon Wilkes.
Okay.
So Damon
So y'all
Wilkes,
got a mutual friend.
we got a mutual. They best buddies. So that's why he called Dewberry. He could have found me. Nigga, Dewberry didn't call me and said that nigga looking for me, because I would have made it possible to catch a free killer NBA player, nigga, in self-defense. In Texas, he came from another city, another state to confront me about what I said with every intent to harm me. Man, I would love to kill a black man with those intentions. I would love to make a nigga mama cry with those intentions. You gonna hurt me about what I done said, and you done said some things in life that hurt people. You done said something wrong to your woman, a neighbor, but you gonna hurt me for what I said? I'll kill you, nigga. So bring your bitch ass. So he talking like that, nigga. Or I keep weapons for black folks like him. So he done made all these threats, homie. But nigga, so Damon Wilkes is out after doing 22 years working with me. We're going to, this is documented. We're going to youth organization. We're going to youth prisons. We're going to in Port Arthur. So rather than Steven Jackson helping him fund this, he taking him away from his family. They fucking hoes, having threesome, recording it, and the man wife find it. So while he out,
the guy that just got out of prison.
Yeah, the guy just got out of prison. So while Damon Wilkes running with Steven Jackson as a crew, hanging with the rappers rather than working with the kids that we had going on, I'm on a thing saying fuck the gangs, fuck Nipsey Hussle. So they say, oh man, nut tripping, cuz. So now I'm tripping, cause we all in the same little clique, right?
Yeah.
So it's another nigga in the clique, fucking Damon Wilkes' wife, while he out partying. So he the one letting them know, man, look what Steven Jackson doing with your husband. So that's why these niggas mad at me. They don't just want to tell the truth, man. Why? So I'm saying, nigga, I ain't known for none of what y'all doing, nigga. I've been working with kids. I ain't known for fucking on these kids' mamas. Man, I ain't doing, so nigga, I hadn't even came to the internet then yet, homie. I ain't even came to the, so I'm saying if this nigga really your homeboy, nigga, tell him, open some doors for we really working with kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why these niggas, homie, yeah, they won't tell the whole story, Tom.
He gotta grow up, man.
So that's why he's
He
still
gotta grow
talking.
up, bro.
Nigga, yeah, nigga.
Ain't he
Yeah.
in his 50s?
He older than me, I think. Nah, he might a few years younger than me. Man, nigga don't want, homie, don't none of these niggas want no problem, homie. That's why ain't nobody caught me yet. These niggas don't want to catch me. I could have been caught.
I guess, I don't know, man. I would think that
Nigga
to make that type of money.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to go to jail for beating me up. It's a $500 bond. It's a $500 bond.
That's true.
It's a misdemeanor. But what they know is he got something he gonna use. Not on that, I'm going to jail because he gonna call the police. Once I realized that the most self-defense tool you can use on a black man, I'm gonna call the police, nigga. Watch how fast he go when you try to act like you go down 911. Because if he do anything after that, the white men have put a law in place that's called interfering with a 911 call. If you say, bitch, I don't give a damn about you calling 911, and she on the phone with 911 and 911 her, that's interfering because you're trying to intimidate her.
Yeah.
That's a felony offense, nigga. Just get 911 on the call and let him talk bad in the background. Just call 911 and let him talk bad in the background. He'll get all kind of felonies. Stupid ass nigga. The only way to beat the white man is with his law. That's why he make laws every year that you can't keep up with. The only way to beat the white man in America is with his law. Don't you know a slave mailed himself in the mail and got out of slavery by mailing with the law? So man, nigga, you dumb ass nigga can't come on here and argue with me and be talking about hurting me. You looking for me and you publicly saying this. The only reason I got charged with those 2 aggravated assaults because I once went against our police department when an officer got killed. That's what brought me and Tegan together. My best friend, or one of my best friend's sons by the name of Dacian Steptoe, killed a high-ranking Fort Worth police officer. Once I spoke about that on Cam Newton's podcast, that's when they put those charges on. As soon as I came back from that podcast, that's because I pulled the scab off. But because they unjustly and wrongfully had killed that kid. They didn't bring him to trial. They executed him on the spot because nigga Garrett Hull was a bad motherfucker in the police department.
Yeah.
They executed that. So nigga, when I brought that up, homie, that nigga, when I got back, nigga, they had charges, felony charges on me. So they called that kicking the ball down the road. They knew I was gonna beat it. But nigga, they knew, man, nigga, I was attacked. And this guy was a killer. This was our Woody. This was our thug.
Yeah.
Everybody scared of this nigga, homie. Except I ain't scared of evil, nigga. Because I know what these niggas scared of. Me and the law. And guess who the law? Me. Nigga, I work. Nigga, I help the FBI create a new COINTELPRO just like they used nigga to kill Fred Hampton. I'm the nigga they can get to kill Fred Hampton again. Nigga better leave me alone. Nigga make me mad. I go work with the police against them, nigga. And I really love the police. I really love law enforcement because I think them the baddest motherfuckers walking on earth. Law enforcement. I see how everybody get right when they come around. I wish I could have been one. So now, nigga, I just join them in spirit.
What do you think about DC and the police?
I think we need to go to Chicago next, Trump. I think Chicago next. Go put them boots on the ground, kick them niggas' ass. Cause listen, never in the history of America until they had niggas fresh out of slavery. Until niggas was trying to build Black Wall Street, they had never went a whole week and niggas didn't kill nobody. When we had a struggle, we didn't have black on black crime. Nigga had to be a roof to stop the toilet from leaking. These niggas ain't got somewhere free to stay. So they got time to kill one another. We need fuck the National Guard. Send them motherfuckers that caught Bin Laden. Get them niggas ass out of retirement and send them to they caught in Chirac, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't they call it Chirac? Then let Trump send the federal military on there and kick them niggas in their ass. That's the only thing gonna get these niggas right. They went a whole week with 0 murders. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's unheard of in America. Somebody dies every 3 minutes in America. Thanks to Donald Trump, and 0 bodies was counted.
Recently one person died, and immediately Trump said they need to bring the death penalty.
Man, listen, Trump, fuck the death penalty. Send them where you just sent that Mexican over there in El Salvador, where they had like this. They bald head now. Send their ass over there. Man, listen, they got too many privileges in prison. It's too easy for these niggas. They get to sit around and play domino. Domino, motherfucker. Next thing you know, they arguing over football. Well, meet me up under the TV. They fight. Man, they need chain gang, 18-hour slave. Prison system in America is too easy for our motherfucking tax dollars. It is not inhumane. See how these niggas ass get right? Do you see how these niggas? Now, they didn't take that for him, but for most niggas, it take what he got to come home and do right.
Yeah.
See, the whole objective of the criminal justice system is to lock you up during what they call your prime crime years.
Mm-hmm.
And this is real. This is what they teach you in law.
I've never even heard of this.
To lock you up, what they call during your prime crime years. It used to be 12 to 18. Put you in a boy facility, you come home at 18, go to the military, don't have no more problem out of it. Become a police officer. We came along, our prime crime year went from 12 to 40. That's me and your group. You know why? Because we started listening to this bullshit too early. Crime and the criminal elements of society start being propagated, promoted, glorified, and idolized and rewarded in our culture. It wasn't shame. So we started listening to it at an early age. So all the psychologists, criminologists, psychiatrists start talking to these kids. Well, what's the influence of this? They start saying, man, the goddamn music. Start having meetings in Congress. Hey, we need to change this shit. We need to start sending kids to prison at 12 years old. Why? Look at these reports. This is deeper than statistics. Look at these reports. So, nigga, you talking about from 12 to 40. They get me at 14. I started meeting hundreds of children who had murder cases at 12. My partner killed his next door neighbor, stabbed him 93 times.
Crazy.
My partner at 12 years old killed his next door neighbor 93 times. So I fell in a group of children in America who became the first children of this era who began to commit crimes such as murder and capital murder. Outside of California, Chicago, New York, Philly, Baltimore, DC. So them niggas were killing in the 70s because of poverty.
Yeah.
In the South, we didn't have really extreme poverty. We had more of a community base. They didn't have a community base up there. So outside of those major cities, they probably had a few kids that were catching violent cases. But because of our culture, in the crack epidemic, homie, by 87, 88, America was starting to see kids committing violent crimes that the adults was committing, and they had never saw that before. So that's what made Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton say, hey, man, we done had some that's where the term super predator. They assessed us wrong. It was kids with trauma who were coming out of communities and situations and environments mimicking the environment, just like any animal. So who lack brain development. So those two components was taken away when they was looking at this shit because they're scared of America. So nigga, we was the first one doing that, homie. So nigga, when I got in there, I had met kids who had killed their mothers and their fathers. This was in 1991. September 18, 1991, we committed a murder. October the 5th, I was in a maximum juvenile facility. My first neighbor was a kid out of Conroe, Texas, who killed his mother and his father. So nigga, I had never met that before. So nigga, they looking at the reports, nigga, and nigga, when everything goes back, nigga, we're being programmed to be criminals by way of our culture.
Why do you think that Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, all of these people, these mayors are trying to turn down the help from the federal government to actually stop the crime in the communities?
Because crime, black people's struggle and pain have always been a monetized game for other people. If you stop the problem in the black community, then what happens to all those 501c3s that get all this money? From Goodwill to DAV, the Boys and Girl Club, to black churches, all these motherfucking 501c3s that get all this money to help funnel, shake, control. What happened, nigga? This is how you control, nigga. You need these problems to control. And what do? You monetize the control. It's called control chaos.
You know what? One of the things that he does speak on a lot, and he just got off of MSNBC, Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, is he keep talking about these forming more community groups, asking for $800 million more dollars.
Everybody who wants to help the black community is somewhere asking for somebody to get him some money. Man, say, listen. I learned this, homie. I started with all these people. They would bring me to Washington, D.C. I started out with the Campaign Fair Sentencing for Youth. This was like being drafted to the NFL for me. Nigga, I'm in Texas. I'm one of the biggest speakers in Texas. I'm in state Congress legislation. I'm partnering with one of the biggest lobbyist organization in the state of Texas, which was the Texas Criminal Justice Coalition at the time. Nigga, they bringing me to DC. I'm helping impact laws and legislation. I'm fighting to raise the age of juvenile jurisdiction from 17 to 18. So nigga, I finally catch Washington DC. Nigga, they call me. Nigga, they draft me, bring me into the organization. But I'm too vocal, and I don't want to polish. And they know I can polish. If they can polish me, nigga, I'm a poster child for the nation. Nigga, I did a national webinar with the White House, with the Office of Juvenile Justice Department. It was me, Glenn Mitchell, Xavier Macbeth. I can't think of the other guy's name. So we did a national webinar, homie, with almost every judge, DA. I've had a big impact on the criminal justice system in America. But niggas don't know that. So let me just say this. So I learned a lot. So I would go to DC. I had my own 501c3. I had youth programs. I had curriculum that I had created. Nigga, I had an organization of over, at the time it was 43 men who had all committed murder when they was children, had served 18, 19, 20, up to 28 years from crimes they committed when they was children. So we was going to DC to get juvenile life without parole or bodies. So we got like 2,000 guys in America. 800 was in Angola. One of those guys who eventually ended up being released from us working on this law, me and him are friends today, a guy by the name of Edward Brown. They call him E Solid. So homie, I'm on Facebook trying to spread this law, nigga. But I'm dressed up. I'm not cussing. I ain't smoking weed. So I'm learning a lot as well. So what I realize is nonprofits were created during the Civil Rights Movement, and how I learned this is the Annie Casey Foundation is the 501c4 in Washington D.C. that really controls all this $1 billion grant funding going out through America. So most people, man, if you got a backing by the Annie Casey Foundation, you get money forever. So I actually met the executive director of the Annie Casey Foundation like around 2012, a guy by the name of Bart LeBeau. So I stayed at Bart's house for like 2 days, just traveling the country, doing speaking engagements, doing all kind of trainings. Homie, they was grooming me to be a bad motherfucker. So Bart had gave me this book that's called The Revolution Will Not Be Funded, and it's written by the Women's Jewish Council. So the Jews wrote this book, and it breaks down the 501c3, which is the non-profit industrial complex. In the prison and industrial complex, how is the non-profit industrial complex? So nigga, non-profit does nobody any good except the people that's running it. It's a scam it's a scam act like it's solving the problem.
So the real play is to continue to give funding, and that's one of the reasons why they don't really want crime to stop, because they can then use that to make sure.
Not only that, man, you hitting it on the head. So let me just break it down for you. So this book breaks it down why they was created, the when, the how, and nonprofits was created to hinder and control social movements. That's why your Democratic Party is always saying, hey, we need more funding for this, to hinder and control this movement over here. Say, hey, we want to make these people independent and strong. To hinder and control social movements.
Yeah.
To funnel money for the rich. That's why the first thing they say is you get your LLC to nonprofit. You'll send this money over here. Who you gonna put on the board? Your friends and your buddies who you know in the community got a little power. They're gonna be able to get you the funding. So you're gonna have a working board member. That's why they say don't put your family members. You'll get prominent people who know other prominent people. That's your working board. Hey, I'm a board of directors that sits on hype about hype. These great kids. So they're gonna get the money. So they all go funnel money down here, which actually comes back over here. So this book highlights the fact that 95% of nonprofits spend almost 95 to 99% of their fundings, donations and grants, on keeping the lights on, furniture, the car, the trips. They go hire their mama to be a CEO. They go hire their other girlfriend to put people in family in these positions and pay them a salary and find a way to re-itemize the money. Yeah. And only 5% actually goes to the work that they do. That's why your CEOs of Goodwill have these large salaries. That's why these people sit on these boards of American Airlines forever. That's why the church got in bed with the state, because church and state are separate. Yeah. When our state gave our church a 501c3, a tax exempt status, now they in the bed together. A church don't need a tax exempt status. So that's why you see a lot of black people who get nonprofits end up in prison, because they don't know this. They don't know, nigga, you have to account and itemize if you have to be accounted for, but they go get a Cadillac. They start going out to eat. They don't know to write this up as this. I learned hanging with the white people, if you write it up as this, you can beat the radar. So this wasn't created to really help you. That's why the people who got it, that's really getting the money, they're not visible, really helping. And the people that's really helping don't get the money because they'll solve the problem. So if you want to solve the problem, the Jews taught me, and I love this Jewish woman. She said, please don't ever mention my name, Charleston. I gave you this for you to go teach your people. And I've been keeping her name secret. But nigga, you have to learn how to be self-sustainable, Charleston. Nobody's gonna help you fix your problems. Your people have to be self-sustainable. You have to sell t-shirts, hats, barbecue, but don't beg. And all nonprofits leave you to do it. You have to, if your own constituents don't help you, which are your people, what makes you think this corporation gonna keep helping you? It becomes welfare. Yeah. Your own people won't help you. Why you think we're gonna give to y'all? So if you ain't showing them how to create our tax and help us funnel this money, fuck you. And we ain't finna give you no money. And that's why the real people get help. I ain't getting no money. You have to figure out how to self-sustain.
So it's really a money play. I still don't know exactly where all of the migrant
Every
money
time
went.
there's a tragedy and there's a disaster, so many people make money, whether it's the roofers from scamming, from the hurricane.
Yeah.
It's so, every disaster and tragedy, there's money to be made. Yeah. You know why? Because this is not a country that fixes its social problem. We're not a socialist country. This is a capitalist country. Everything is about money. If he died, did you get the video so we can make some money off of it? Yeah. Niggas ain't about fixing. Niggas about money. And once Americans realize that, nigga, you're a consumer. You ain't a citizen. Get with capitalism and you fix all your problems. Your money will fix your issues. Yeah. Because they homie, that's why you hear other politicians saying, hey, they're just wasting money on pork projects. Homie, they got funding to see how grasshopper shit.
They do.
They got funding. They got funding. They got $200 million, $5 million go to see if grasshoppers fuck during the daytime. Homie, it's called pork. They call wasteful spending. But because we're not educated and we don't control our government, we think our government control us, but we the people, homie, if most of us went to Washington, D.C. and butt our nose in their business every election, they'll act right. But nigga, we waiting till they show up on TV and say, vote for me. If nigga, we show up like he's saying they going to go, homie, you gotta go meddle them people. And that's how we got their attention with the juvenile life. We was going up there every year, meddling them, going into office, and bringing a nigga with gold teeth, talking articulate, getting their attention. Talking about he killed a white man, but he's working with children now. Homie, my story used to captivate those politicians. Because it's a real story of redemption. Nigga, I ain't hurt nobody since I've been grown. Nigga, I ain't been no criminal. I just been trying to figure life out without hurting nobody in the process.
Yeah. We got it's funny, we just had a primary election and it was less than 16% voter turnout rate.
Homie, I used to be I used to be an election judge. I used to work the election, then I started working as an election judge for the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party. I'd be the last nigga turn the votes in. I'll be on the white side. I get to work all day. I see the black people over there, homie, they hardly get no votes. But they, homie, so I went to our Republican politicians and say, y'all think we can put a poll in place down at the Classy Lady? Now you know what the Classy Lady is.
Yeah, I know what the Classy
Nigga,
Lady
they
is.
agreed to it because they know we could have got some Republican votes down there. Now they're closing down places where just the low voters turnout. They're saying, well, they're trying to put barriers. You give them the way. You give them the barriers to put by the low voter turnout. Why should we keep spending money as a county, wasting money to keep this open, and nobody's showing up? This is so homie, out of 6 voting places in my black area, nigga, 3 of them had 0 people to show up.
That's crazy, bro.
Homie, so nigga, I'm saying this to the community. Homie, I'm saying, homie, if I get 10 people to come down here with me on Tuesday, we can get a swimming pool built. Nigga, I can't get 3 people. But nigga, I can get 10,000 people to watch me online and cuss somebody out in church at a political meeting. So homie, nah, nigga, so somebody gotta hit a reset button for us. Either we gotta hit it, but nigga, we got to go back. We can't go forward. Cause going forward, we go backwards anyway. Cause we're not equipped to move forward with the rest of the world. We need to be like the motherfucking Indians. They need to give us a reservation till we get our shit together. Now we need a reservation. They need to put us on a reservation. We can't move forward with the rest of the world, my nigga. Hell no.
That's what we want anyway, though, right? Because remember,
until a hurricane comes, then they gonna be running downtown for that stimulus shit.
You know what? I was looking at that whole situation about the white people in Arkansas, and they was moving out to the Ozarks. And so basically what happened
all of them, yeah, they just making it all white town.
Yeah, they was making all white town.
I wish I could move in with that. I wish I could bleach it. I wish I could take a pill to be white to go live there. Man, I want to experience that as a white man. God damn shit.
What do you think that'll be like?
Heaven. I think they gonna end up building streets that's made of gold. I think some kind of way they gonna find a way to put milk and honey in that little river they gonna be having. Man, I'm gonna be keeping my own, y'all. Man, just please make an exception for one nigga, please. And I ain't gonna be trying to fuck y'all wives and y'all daughter. I'm bringing my own partner so we don't fall out by nothing.
Why do you think that black people were so mad that they want to create their own towns?
Man, you know black people know they can't make without white people. They feel left out. If the white man ever try to leave us, nigga go be mad. Cause this is a clear example. They trying to leave us. They trying to go build their own community, and these niggas mad. Don't nothing satisfy us, my nigga. Nothing, homie. Nigga, this ain't it, man. Man, to each with their own kind at this point.
Yeah.
And nigga, your kind ain't color. Your kind is mindset. That just so happen to be a group of all people got the same skin color with the same mindset. But nigga, Umar talking to Pan-African talk.
Yeah.
No snow bunny. So it's no difference. They saying no chocolate. Yeah, they don't want no chocolate milk. They don't want no chocolate milk. Yeah, this is all cow milk.
You think they're gonna be successful over there?
They're gonna be very successful. Nigga, they gonna be very. Now they go hire some Mexicans and do some work. They gonna just do it all by themselves. You know they gonna slide some Indians in there too, and some Spanish. Yeah, they white men. They know what to do. They know how to rebuild and build a country. They know how to start from the dirt and the ground up. We the ones don't know how to do it.
You mentioned Umar Johnson, and I don't know what's going on with his school, but I know that
You
it
know
was
what's
like
going on with the school that ain't been built. Shit, ain't nobody seen the classroom. Just seen the flag hanging out, flying in front of that.
They've been talking about it for 15 years, 16 years or something like that.
Yeah. He been lying. And nigga results is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, results is everything. I ain't never seen a nigga build nothing begging. Other than Joel Osteen. But his daddy passed in the church.
Yeah, that is true.
His daddy passed. I ain't never seen a nigga build nothing begging.
He and now you know what his latest thing is. He's offering $500 dates to women. He said that if you give them if women make a $500 donation to the school, he'll take them out to the restaurant of their choice. That's the latest pitch.
Man, they probably arresting him. That's he's secretly trying. That's sex. He's trying to be a sex worker on the cool. Man, that nigga he trying to redress a sex worker. Who paying $500 for a nigga? Man, he trying to redress sex workers. Look at that sex worker. Nigga paying $500 for them to come to have dinner with him, and they gotta drive and travel to him. They gotta cross state lines to do it.
Yeah.
That's why the FBI on him right now. They'll seize all this shit. Yeah, he can't listen, man. What type of nigga? Listen. The black community think me and Dr. Umar is a hell of a nigga. No bullshit. Sometimes they want me and him to sit down so bad together because they think he a hell of a nigga and they think I'm a hell of a nigga.
Would you ever sit down with him?
For the right amount of money. Yeah, I can't, because I won't embarrass him. But because I know he's nothing what he's professing to be. That's why he won't sit down with me. Homie, I can document. I can give you documentations. I can go get families. I can go niggas who done been in court. There's a guy by the name of Julius Williams. They call him Juju. Because of my party affiliation and because of my youth work in the community, this guy had came home from federal prison out of Stop 6. He got one of the meanest motherfucking federal probation. Had all the niggas that had crime. He get caught with an ounce of heroin, throwing it out the window on federal probation. He went and got a lawyer by the name of Lisa Pamplin. Lisa Pamplin know me. She stood up in court lying at the time. Bitch was lying. Cause I ain't know Juju, which I knew of him, but I didn't know him. Bitch stood up in court and said, Your Honor, my client works with, because I know the Republican judge and prosecutor. My client works with Charleston White over in the Stop 6 community with hyped about hype. The prosecutor said, show us some evidence, Lisa. Hey, they took 25 life off the table. This nigga right now is on 10-year probation because his lawyer called me in court. Hey, say, man, listen, you know Juju? I said, yeah, I done heard of him. He said, he know you. Say, man, listen, man, you can get some money out of this nigga, man. I said, man, I'm not letting him go do that, man. Hell no. I said, no, what you said his name was? She said, Juju out of Stop 6. I said, nah, man, I ain't gonna lie for that nigga, Lisa. Man, last year, that nigga came through and spent about, $2,000-$3,000 on some kids buying the motherfucking Michael Jordan too. Hell yeah. She said, you got the mamas and the kids. So I went and got the kids and the mama. They took that 25 to life. Homie, it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I got all this documented. If you sit me down with that nigga, I can go get some sign-in sheets where them kids was signing in for my summer program when we were feeding them. He ain't got no sign-in sheet. One thing we know about a doctor, you gotta have some sign-in sheet. Every goddamn doctor, dentist office got a sign-in sheet, because that's how you get your funding in your side. This is the documentation. So he ain't got none of that. Where a classmate says, hey man, we used to go to school with Dr. Umar Johnson. Nigga ain't got none of that. This nigga just show up talking children's psychology talk with no results. With no results, homie. So I'm saying he can't, don't too many niggas want to sit down with me and really have a serious conversation about why I say this, why I do this, and I take you back to how I got here and why I'm doing all this. Y'all made me change, nigga. I started out doing this shit every way, which right possible, nigga. With tears in my eyes, with no money in my pocket, with a broken heart, nigga. Went celibate for 11 months, nigga, unintentionally, but just in purpose. It was just in purpose, though, homie. Because a woman wasn't, because I had just started a youth program, and I had other men who was coming home from prison, and I'm trying to lead and guide these niggas that they don't, so homie, I'm trying to build a program that also fights recidivism. Because I'm giving these niggas something to do after prison.
Yeah. And
not only that, nigga, it's therapeutic. Because every time we go before kids, each one of us see a kid that was once us before. Man, that nigga remind me of you. So nah, nigga, that nigga Dr. Umar don't want to sit with me. How am I embarrassed that nigga?
I'll ask him.
Nigga, they done offered us some money. Nigga, I know they done at least offered us 15 apiece.
I'll put it up.
They offered me and Umar 15,000 apiece. I said yeah, he said no. He needed now though. Call him, he needed now though. make that bitch into it now. And I'm gonna be, and I don't mean to disrespect the guy. Cause at one point in time I had admiration for him, but I always kept my reserve because you done met Pops, homie.
Yeah.
The old man say, homie, the strongest man in the land is the man who wake up and don't have to ask nobody for a goddamn thing.
Right.
No job, a ride, sugar, nothing. A nigga that have to, or somebody who have to go ask somebody for a job is a man who don't know how to fish.
Yeah.
So nigga, once you start understanding these parables, and nigga, now you got a man teaching you. So nigga, if I need it, I ain't asking no man for nothing. If I ain't got it, I can't get it. But if I got a buddy I know I can go get it from, I ain't going to ask him for nothing I can't get no return on.
Right.
So I'm saying, nigga, if Dr. Umar got to come before the world, because if I go broke, nigga, I ain't got to come ask y'all for nothing. Nigga, I got some numbers in my phone to say, homie, listen, woo, woo, woo. And because of my character and who I am, nigga, I can get 5 and 10. And I ain't asking for much, nigga. But nigga, I won't try not to ask.
Yeah.
Cause I want to be strong. So now, nigga, for that nigga to have to publicly come before and he done talked all this queen talk, all this sister talk. You mean to tell me ain't none of them sisters? You might need to get you a white bitch, nigga. Nigga, I know some nigga ain't gonna be a white bitch, ain't gonna man. Nigga, go get you a white bitch. Shit, Susie, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, Raquisha, ain't it?
Why do you think that, because I suspect, I don't know for a fact, but I suspect that the majority of the donations that he's gotten for his school over the years had to come from black women, right? Why do you think that black women are so easily finessed when it comes to pro-black talk, the community?
They're emotionally responsive and emotionally driven. And he panders to them. He panhandles to their emotions.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
he
very true.
And so does the preacher. That's why the preacher don't ask for no money before he preach.
Yeah.
He wait till he done tapped into your emotions. And then he have to come with a scripture. Every time the preacher asks for a donation, he have to dress up. He have to dress his words up before he give it to you.
Yeah.
And nigga, he used the scripture towards your emotions. And nigga, a lot of time it's shame. Well, will God say, will a man rob God? And he'll find the scripture and show you where nigga they say, yeah, man, to rob man. Says nigga. So yeah, homie, it's easy. It's easy. That's why most people who create commercials and do advertising and marketing market towards the woman because you appeal to her emotion.
Yeah.
And that's how you get them. And so a clever guy like him, yeah, that's why it's queen this, queen that, and he never rebukes them. He never chastens them. Everything they do is coddled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and everything black people do, he coddles. So he never holds us responsible for anything. That's because he has to come beg.
Yeah.
So the preacher really can't preach how he want to preach because he needs his congregation to keep this lifestyle.
Have you heard of let me shift gears for a minute because I'm gonna try to set that up and I'm gonna see what I can do.
Yeah, I love it. And I'll civilly have a discussion with him. I'll civilly talk to him.
Have you heard about that church shooting today or yesterday? So basically this is what happened. It was like a Catholic church / school. It was like a Catholic school, first week of school. And I'm not sure exactly where it happened at, but it's the first week of school. It's like all over the news now. And it was confirmed to be a trans person, right? The guy
This
was
is the third time I think one of them done that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the guy's name was he was born Robert. He changed his name to Robin, right? Two confirmed dead, and it's like 11 children, elementary school children that's in the hospital. And so basically what he did was he shot all of the kids from outside of the window. He 2x4'd the door closed, so it wasn't no escape route. And then he was shooting inside of the through the windows while they was attending mass to celebrate the first week of school in a Catholic school. What do you think about that? Because a lot of people are having a conversation saying that maybe it's some mental health from becoming trans or something like that.
It is. When you was explaining that to me, that was my initial thought. And I was saying, man, you better not say that. That's my first thought when you was saying that.
That it was a trans person.
Well, not that it was a trans person. When you said it was a trans person and this person does that, and so I was trying to figure out a way how I was going to respond to that without sounding like I was bashing gay people.
Well, let me also add some additional context.
Because I was going to say something comical, right?
So he did kill himself before the police can get to him, and he was 20 something years old. I don't know exactly how old he is.
So it's like the third trans person that done killed kids and shot up. So I think it was Nashville, Tennessee, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was another one before that. So nigga, you know, up until what, 72? Maybe 74, nigga, homosexuality was considered a mental illness.
Yeah, it was.
Nigga, it was in the psychiatrist's books.
Yeah.
Nigga, it was assessed as a nigga.
It's funny you say that because that's one of the things that I had started agreeing with Umar Johnson with when he first popped on the scene. He was talking about that. That was a lot of what he was.
Yeah.
In the very, very, very early stages in the beginning when he first popped up, he was kind of talking about that. That's what kind of attracted me to what he was talking about at the time.
So, homie, you have to. A trans person have to rewire their brain.
Yeah.
That's no different than a sociopath. Nigga. Shit you gotta go through not to be what your nature create. Man, what the fuck? No, man, so your mind have to does something to your mind have to flip some kind of way. But nigga, this just the beginning. Because never before, other than somebody doing an experiment on these people, have they been able to transform like this. So nigga, we don't have 40 years of trans people existing. Let's look down 20 years from now and watch they be the new Jeffrey Dahmers. No, nigga, these people, nigga, somebody go get Caitlyn Jenner and talk to Bruce. Somebody find the camera. What camera? That's my camera. Which one mine?
Right there.
Somebody find Caitlyn Jenner and let us ask Caitlyn that we can talk to Bruce. And ask Bruce how he doing in there. And watch what he say. He gonna want out this motherfucker. Give me back my dick. I promise he want his dick back. I promise Bruce want to be free. Catch me on stage. This is the greater comedy shows, I promise.
You know what? It's crazy because I just be thinking to myself, that gotta be a mental illness to want to chop off your stuff, bro.
It's a conditioning. It's years of conditioning. But because I promise, if they had a therapist to talk to, and the therapist wasn't supportive of the lifestyle, it's conditioning and programming. Because you can't never say turn right and say turning right is turning left. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that is true.
You can't look at a frog and say that's a lizard. You can't do that in nature. So how can we? So homie. So let me just say this about school shootings, and I always say this. Can we document any one time that a black school ever had a massive? Now they might have some shootings outside the school,
right?
Or they may have one student get into it with altercation with another student. But there's never been in the history of America where somebody's went into a black school and shot it up like these schools.
Yeah.
Now,
in and out, baby. Oh boy. In and out. That's what I like. Home. Okay.
Mika, sat across this desk a lot talking about how I've condemned a lot of what was going on in Chicago back in the day and other points. It's not about crime. But when you have this consistent pattern that you're only going after black mayors, now you're going to fight Wes Moore. I mean, the pattern here is clear, particularly when the data shows that crime is down in these cities. And you should be saying, why can't I work with the mayors? The wise political strategy is to start picking off some of these mayors that can say, Trump's not that bad, we're working together.
Right.
He doesn't want that. And it's clear he's doing it at the expense.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a saint of race baiting. It's actually about targeting black people because, of course, everything has to be about race with this particular character. But here's the problem with that argument. It collapses the second you look at the numbers. I mean, you take Chicago in 2023 alone, over 600 homicides. The vast majority of the victims are young black men. You look at Baltimore, one of the highest homicide rates in America, 57 killings per 100,000 people. St. Louis, same story. And let's not forget Oakland, where violent crime jumped 21% in just 1 year. And now we have old shady Al Sharpton, who wants you to believe that Trump is just picking on poor little black folks, which, come on, man. Y'all know that's wrong. And y'all know it's not right. And he know it's not right. The feds are moving. They're moving in because Democrat-run cities, overwhelmingly run by black Democratic mayors and city councils, are collapsing under their own failed leadership. Let's call it what it is. Bad policies kill more black people than police ever could. Cashless bail in New York, rearrest rates through the daggone roof. Defund the police in Minneapolis, homicides, they spiked 58% after the city council voted to cut the daggone budget. I mean, it's ridiculous. San Francisco, soft on crime prosecutors. Retail theft skyrocketed so badly that major stores literally shut down in entire districts. The truth is simple. These cities aren't war zones because Trump is racist. They're war zones because Democratic leadership has abandoned law and order in favor of vote politics. So here's the question. Is it racist to stop the bleeding? Or is it racist to let black neighborhoods burn while blaming everyone else?
Racial profiling of mayors. I'm going after crime. Washington, D.C., Chicago, L.A., Oakland, New York, all black mayors. So white mayors don't have no crime. This is not about crime. This is about profiling us. And if we're afraid to stand up, then we are not deserving of those that stood up and gave their lives so we could live a better life than they did. If Moses can stand up to Pharaoh, if David could stand up to Goliath, I could stand up to the racism and bigotry of Donald Trump.
Wow. Rev,
Okay, Rev.
very receptive crowd yesterday, packed house.
Packed
At
house.
Howard University.
And as I moved around the city, people are very concerned. The profiling on this is what is alarming because no one wants to support crime. When people hear about crime, everyone is concerned. You and I, Mika, sat across this desk a lot talking about how I've condemned a lot of what was going on in Chicago back in the day and other points. It's not about crime. But when you have this consistent pattern that you're only going after black mayors, now you're going to fight Wes Moore. I mean, the pattern here is clear, particularly when the data shows that crime is down in these cities. And you should be saying, why can't I work with the mayors? The wise political strategy is to start picking off some of these mayors that can say, Trump's not that bad, we're working together.
Right.
He doesn't want that. And it's clear he's doing it at the expense of people.
No, and that's what's so strange, is that's what you do. You work with, if you're a Republican, you work with Democrats. So let's bring crime down together. It helps you. You know, if you're a Democrat, you try to work with Republicans and say, I will say
You
again,
work with people on the ground.
and you work with people on the ground, and the very people who do well, who have done well, who do well in general elections, are the people who do work,
Right.
And with others. And we're coming into elections this fall, going to have off-year elections next year, where there are a lot of Republicans that are sitting in seats that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won. And they are setting themselves up to be part of a landslide loss because they're just completely silent.
Man, let me tell you, Al Sharpton is showing the black populace of these particular towns and these particular cities, and let's move black out of the equation. The citizenry of these towns, that he doesn't care about you, and that the Democrat Party and the political machine doesn't care about you. They only care about scoring political points. They only care about doing something that is politically expedient, not something that's beneficial to the populace. So therefore, you can have Al Sharpton sitting there talking about making this about race, when sure, black people are disproportionately harmed by black people in these towns, in these cities. It has nothing to do with race. But if you want to make it about race, it is reality. And truth be told, Trump is actually helping black folk. So instead of them trying to bend over backwards saying Trump needs to work with them, they need to be working with Trump to say, hey, let's go ahead and do this right thing, because y'all don't realize Trump is solidifying a landslide victory next year because he's doing things, and you see it all. Go to the social media outlet for all things true, TikTok, and you see all of these people saying, thank you, Donald, thank you, federal government. He's actually doing the right thing and going to get the right result and benefiting from it. Whereas Al Sharpton is sitting here literally saying, I don't care about crime. The crime stats are down. The crime stats are not down for the person that just got mugged. The crime stats are not down for the person that just walked out and the window shattered. The crime stats, they don't care. They know that the crime is running free. And Al said, oh, we don't care about that. The crime stats are down. And all we care about is race. The race grift is over. Al Sharpton, pack your bags. We're not here for it anymore.
I know you're going to play that Booker T quote again, because this is, again,
I stay quoting it.
Substantiations of what he said. The problem with Trump is he's messing with their money. He's messing with their money and their power. They can't handle that. They can't deal with that. Now, this is my problem. You notice every time they talk, when they'll tell you that he's only attacking black mayors, that they don't give the statistics in the white-led cities. You see, they never give you the full stats, because if they give you the full stats, you see why he's attacking these cities. There's no question about the crime rate. There's no question about the problem. So my question is, why not hold him to the statistics? If he wants to quote stats, let's quote all the stats. Let's find out where the evidence is actually at. So, and tell him, Sharpton, have you seen anybody ask Sharpton, are you concerned about losing money? Are you concerned about losing power? Is that what's going on here? No one's asking these questions. You know, we need to ask those questions on air while he's quoting his philosophy about why Trump is doing what he's doing. The Bible says in Proverbs 14:7, go from the presence of a fool when you don't hear the words of knowledge in his mouth. And we need to stop paying attention to this. And I've worked with the guy for years. I volunteered at WRKS when he was working there. And I seen him up close and personal. Never had a crossword with him. I don't disclose things that I've heard and seen. But I can tell you right now, he ain't changed. He hasn't changed. And this is sad that people are trusting people like Sharpton to give them their marching orders. That's the sad thing, because the facts are out there. The evidence is out there. Now, I'm looking for the day when some of our people will get him online and really challenge him the way he needs to be challenged. That's all I'm going to say.
He won't go in those rooms. He won't sit down with the people that will challenge him. Celeste, what are your thoughts?
I think that Al Sharpton is an excellent role model for what it means to fail up. Now, if we remember back, if we remember back, Al Sharpton came to national attention through a race hoax before Jussie Smollett. Al Sharpton is the granddaddy of race hoaxing. A young woman named Tawana Brawley was raped and defiled by some New York State troopers. They had written KKK in feces on her body and threw her in the woods upstate New York and left her for dead. And he was holding her in secret, in exile, in the basement of his church. And this case captured national attention. And no one had ever really heard of Al Sharpton before this. And he was supposedly negotiating with the state of New York for her release from the basement of his jail so that they could question her to get a sense of what was going on. And he dragged that thing out for weeks and wouldn't do it. And from there, because of all that notoriety and popularity that he gained, he formed the National Action Network, where he went around looking for unsuspecting white people who may have done something that could be perceived as racist and exploit corporations around their businesses or radio shows or media companies. And then from there, we find him again on NBC with a show and an anchor spot on a show. So let me tell you, the business, as Minister Denzel said, the business of race hustling and failing up and race hoaxing is profitable. And so if anybody who doesn't have a lot of skills beyond rhetoric is looking for a way to make money,
that's the way.
That you had in your life and your activities after someone like Al Sharpton. This is someone who is a success in this arena, and everybody should be looking towards him. If you wanted to have a successful race hoaxing and huckster career, he's your man.
I was one of those fools following him on Tawana Brawley. I had to tell you, I was running. I was going to the courthouses. I was going to the churches. I was going to Poughkeepsie. I mean, I was into it. Didn't know
everybody believed it. Everybody believed it. And then it wasn't, I want to say it was almost a year later or years later before it came out that she made the whole thing up.
Man, and this is like, don't let any crisis go to waste. That's pretty much what they do. Like, when the crisis come up, that's when they showed up. And Gavin Newsom do the same thing, Letitia Jackson and all these people, when the crisis, happen, that's when they come up. When a good thing happen, and it's nowhere to be found. And this is a thing on them. They don't do anything good for the community. And I'm from Puerto Rico, and when I go to places, I'm in between. I'm not black or white. I'm like right in the middle. And people sometimes look at me like, I used to be a Democrat, but now I'm all for law and order. Like you, Wise, and I, we serve in the military. That's what I learned, like to differentiate, the hustler from the true speaker. And man, this is bad. And Al Sharpton he used to be a drug dealer too, right? Back in the day.
Well, you know what? He is. I think he's a current day drug dealer because he's selling the crack of victimhood. He's selling the methamphetamine of racism. So yeah, he technically, in my opinion, based upon information and belief, is a current day. Because the drugs today don't have to be sold from the cartel.
Come on.
They come through the screen. Like the cartel. Well, I mean, Al Sharpton is competition with Noriega. Like he's in competition selling his fake drug.
That's that race hustle dopamine.
There you go.
You know me. I'm just tired of all these charlatans, as someone called him, Al Crafton. In the chat, I 100% agree with them, Al Crafton, because I don't understand why it's not they don't consider it racist to forget the people that are living in the black community that are dealing with the crime. They don't think that's racist. They don't think having our neighborhoods riddled with drugs and homicides and all that's not racist. But coming to clean it up, that's racist. That's the racist. And that, again, is the reprobate mind that I always talk about, because these people are just lost and confused. They come out, and then you have people in the community like, well, Al is right. Al is not right. Al is not right. Al is that crab and bucket that's going to keep you in that little place, because, mind you, Al ain't living where you living. All these people asking today and saying that, no, don't come into the communities. We don't need you. This is racist. Those are the same people that live so far from that place, and if they come into that place, bet you they got security around them. They walking with their security, but they want to say, please don't come in here. That's racist towards us. That's not right. Listen, somebody needs to go put them to bed and remove them from having microphones, because they sound ridiculous.
Wise was so bad in one of your videos. You sort of African brother said, "I'm going back to Africa." Yeah. Getting out of here.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, that dude was like, "Yo, Chicago crazy. Chump, come to Chicago. Hey, it's great. It's so bad. I'm going back to Africa." I mean, the crazy thing though is that They told us that if you put these people in positions of power, that they would be better. That's what we were sold for probably, actually we've been sold that for a long time in this country. But especially after the whole George Floyd situation and this DEI movement, it got pushed, and they said, hey, if you put a black woman in charge, if you put a black man in charge, if you put these people in these positions of power, they are going to make things better. And what we have found out is that not only are things not better, but you can't say anything about these people. You can't criticize. You can't critique. These people are above reproach. They don't want to take accountability for their poor policies, their piss poor agenda. And it's really unfortunate. And I think that was probably the game plan of these Democrats. They didn't put these people in positions of power to say, hey, look, we got black women, black men in these positions of power. So they would push their agenda. And if you say anything about it, you're racist.
You're coming against black people.
Exactly. You're coming against black folks. That's why they put these people in positions of power. And the thing is, when you look at the people protesting out in D.C., these are white people that don't live in D.C. You know what I'm saying? You got people that have flown in from places around the country out there protesting. The people that actually live in these cities, that live in these communities, they're like, oh, heck yeah, please bring the National Guard.
Yeah.
But you have white liberals out there, you know what I'm saying? And Stephen Miller called them these old hippies, coming in there, complaining, saying that, hey, there's nothing wrong with these black folks. Let them continue to kill themselves.
Yep.
We don't have to do it for you. And the reality of it is this, and I can't remember who said it, but somebody out there, they were saying, hey, the KKK is no longer needed. They're no longer needed anymore because they have boxed a lot of people in these communities and say, hey, we are going to allow them to do it to themselves.
Yeah.
And like I had mentioned earlier, when you start talking about the cashless, the cashless bail situation, we're not going to prosecute certain crimes.
Yeah.
All it has done is made these communities, basically, you can't do business in them. They're almost uninhabitable.
Yep.
The police don't even want to go in there. They're shooting at the police now in Chicago. They're legitimately shooting at the police right now.
And if they do their job, they get in trouble.
And exactly. And they're basically got their hands tied to where they can't do anything in these communities.
Right.
So the police union, in Chicago are like, we welcome the president bringing whoever he wants to bring in here to help us.
Yeah.
And hopefully, they can go in and say, hey man, the police, let them do their job.
Yes.
Let them do their job. And the reality of it is this: people like Al Sharpton, they are the true sellouts.
Yep.
They are the true sellout, bootleg, coon, whatever you want to call them. That they say, people that look like us that are saying, hey, you got to have some accountability for your actions. No, these are the real sellouts. They have sold black folks out for that 30 pieces of silver, man. There is a lot of money being made in this race hustle industry.
Yeah.
It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And the reality of it is that you don't need to be a good person. Matter of fact, the worse of a person you are, the better. Because if they know that you have some skeletons in your closet, it makes you easily controlled.
That's right.
So you need to have an Al Sharpton. That's why he can have maybe a drug dealing background. He was a snitch. They say that he was a snitch for the cops and all this other kind of stuff. No different than the dude out in Texas, Dominique Alexander.
Exactly.
He's got a multitude of charges and things of that nature. You got to have these people and they got to have those backgrounds because those are the people that can be easily controlled. See, someone that's standing upright that don't have any of those skeletons, they're not as easily controlled as someone who may come from a shady background. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask you a question, all the panel. You remember when Biden was in charge?
Yeah.
Why weren't they talking about sending people to help help those black mayors and those black governors then?
That's my point.
You see what I'm saying?
They don't care.
Because when Obama was there, that wasn't done either. So, and by the way, Dominique's organization is called Next Gen Action Network, right after Al Sharpton's foolishness. So that tells you all you need to know.
Absolutely. Well, the reality of it is, what we do know about the Democrat Party is that the Democrat Party has never actually been for black people. I mean, you got to think about black folks in America. We're at 13% of the population. It hasn't changed. We've been 13% of the population for a very long time, and every other demographic that just got here is actually surpassing us. And then they brought in a plethora of people that have come in, over the previous 4 years, and Hey, they've brought the replacements in, and you still have black people acting like these folks actually mean something or they actually care about you when their actions. I'm a firm believer, you know what I'm saying, that when people show you who they are, you should believe them. And unfortunately, you have entirely too many folks that are looking at their actions. They're listening to the words, but not looking at their actions.
Second Peter chapter 2, verse 3, they make merchandise of you with vain words. They make merchandise of you. Fair speeches. I mean, it's in the book. You know, it's easy to talk the talk, but when you ain't walking the walk, anybody with common sense would say, listen, your words mean nothing. James Brown said, talking loud and saying nothing.
If you guys remember back in the 80s, you know, when Ronald Reagan wasn't, you know, as a president, you know, they got the say no to drugs, kind of like pushing out to the people. And we've been kicking down the can on the road for years. Like, we always in the reactive mode, like trying to fix the problem. And now in 2025, we have a president that actually trying to root out this problem by hitting Mexico, hitting Venezuela, those you know, big cartels, and cleaning up the street, and actually not being reactive, being proactive in fixing the issue. And now people have a problem with it. If you come into my state and you provided me resource, not using my money, like, you know, the state money, and you provided, you know, actual federal money to fix my issue, why I have to be complaining about it? I'd be appreciated. I'd be like, hey, this is not coming out of my pocket. Plus, it's helping the community. Plus, helping business to stay here and not fleeing like California, Chicago. Like, a lot of people, big boxes are leaving. They can stand it. So why they have an issue? Because, like Reverend said, it's a lot of money to be lost in the rate hustle, and they need to keep people like impoverished, people boxed in you know, in little corners, and fear, because fear sells.
They also use it to control folks too. Fear controls. Fear controls. When they tell you, oh my gosh, they're taking away the food stamps and they're taking away like we're not, like, we can't go out and get our own money. And the reality of it is they act like black folks are just all on these benefits. We're not. We're not even receiving them like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there aren't some, but most of us aren't receiving food stamps, Section 8. Most of us aren't receiving those things. And the thing is, you don't want to be on it anyway. If whoever provides your housing, food, you know what I'm saying, your shelter and your food, they control you.
Exactly.
They control you.
That's it right there.
So you got all these people crashing out and they upset because the government telling them what they can buy. Well, hey, go get a job, buy your own food. You don't have to worry about anybody telling you. Telling you what you can and can't do with your money.
How dare you say go get a job? That's blasphemy.
You know?
Crazy.
I mean, come on, man. You know, if there's a conflict, you heard about a conflict around the world, how many people would have to die before you would consider it a genocide?
So the definition of genocide is the amount of deaths would have to be such that the population could not replicate itself in 100 years.
Excellent.
That's a whole lot. It did not replicate itself to its original number in 100 years.
And I also think that the stated intention has to be involved also. Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of you. This is my goal, to wipe you out.
So when we look at the AV clinics that are sitting in our community,
Planned Parenthood, we're looking at you.
If you want to talk about genocide,
fighting with the crime in our community, when you talk about how they are keeping us down, and we remain at 13% of the population and are not growing.
Come on.
The Democratic Party is definitely doing genocide in our community.
You think about the amount of pregnancy terminations. It's been about a little over 20 million of those at this point. I don't know what the math is when you start talking about the crime in these communities that would be considered predominantly black communities. I'd have to do some research on the actual numbers, and let's say we go back 30 years, but let's say that number is, we'll say that number is 10 million just in the homicides. Then you start talking about the neighborhoods, because they have these quote unquote food deserts, so people aren't eating the proper foods, and now they're suffering from, you know, debilitating illnesses, diabetes, you know, heart disease, so forth and so on. So you're killing them off in that manner. So, I mean, the Democrat Party is really operating probably a 100+ year operation to eliminate the black people in this country. And if you really think about it, at the rate that we're going at this point, yeah, we're probably going to be low man on the totem pole probably within the next probably 30 or 40 years, especially when you look at the fact that the pregnancy terminations are high, the crime is high in the communities, and we're not getting married. So we're not getting married. We're also not having as many kids, although when we do have children, they tend to be born to a single parent led household typically, and that is mine. And so they're getting us in every way. They're getting us coming and going. It is crazy. And they say black folks are at 13% of the population, but what they don't account for is how many of the 13% would be people that immigrated here, very similar to Crystal's family and those that have come from, you know, the continent of Africa, different countries and things of that nature. So if you take away those folks, and we're just talking about the quote unquote, you know, foundationals, the number's really probably 7 or 8% in the grand scheme of things. If you just look at it, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, the operation is in full effect. And the fact that you have black folks cheering this on is how are you cheering on your own demise?
Yeah. And gaslighting people by calling Trump a dictator and Hitler and all of these negative, frightful words, and they should be pointing the finger to themselves because they've done more damage than even Hitler did.
That part.
Well, if you look at these cities that where they're saying these black mayors are being attacked, it's really just a smokescreen. It's like hide the ball, because what they've done is they have a generation of black political leaders that they position as fronts. Really, they are simply fronts to execute an ideology. What is valuable about them is not that they're black. What is valuable about them is that they're possibly Marxist eugenicists. And be a white Marxist eugenicist and serve in that position. You could be mayor of Boston, an Asian Marxist eugenicist and serve in that position. What you can never be is someone who's not a Marxist eugenicist and have any support from the liberal side of the aisle or from the Democrat Party. And although none of them probably on their calling cards or on their websites say I'm a Marxist eugenicist, of course, except for now Mandami, but what you say is, do you support anything that isn't in alignment with population reduction or in alignment with somehow government taking more over either gradually, which they call progressivism, or emphatically all at once, which they call communism? Where do you differ? The question is simply, when you see these people, to ask them, what's different about you than that? And none of them would have an answer. It's very childlike on the part of the black community and all other communities to think that because somebody is of a particular race or gender, that they're on your side and they think like you and they're going to protect and want the best for you. That's a third grade understanding of life. It's a very and it really shows how absolutely delayed in our intellectual maturity we are, that you can continually put these puppets, these fronts in front of us, and we buy it hook, line, and sinker. It's actually kind of a very sad thing. But the correlation between them, we've got to stop thinking it's race and gender. That is a dead-end paradigm that they want everybody locked in. The paradigm is the ideology. That's where it's at.
But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Share this. Subscribe to the...
Beats in the hood.